In most probability, the chocolate you had last contained cocoa tainted with child slavery and perhaps even human trafficking. Nestle, in a recent case in the US Supreme Court, has argued that in spite of evidence of child slavery within their supply chain, as a company, they should not be held responsible. This position may seem wildly unfair, but it is legally tenable. Unlike states, which are bound by international human rights treaties, corporations are not. The question we need to ask ourselves is this acceptable? This is Nestle's human rights framework, and this is Shell's sustainability report. Many of these reports mention one thing in common: the UN Guiding Principles on Business and Human Rights. It states that businesses have to respect human rights down the full supply chain. To demonstrate that they take this seriously, they have to do what is called human rights due diligence, which is a continuous assessment of risks to third parties, not the corporation itself. However, it is important to point out that these are social expectations of businesses, not legal obligations. What is the difference, you may ask? It's the same as the expectation not to walk on a bike path in Amsterdam. It is certainly a rule, but its bindingness depends on your yelling capabilities. Frustrating as it may be, no policeman is going to prosecute a pedestrian getting in the way of a cyclist. To understand how we can more effectively tackle this problem, my PhD looks at human rights that apply in the relationship of state and citizen. First, we must understand the theoretical approaches to applying human rights between private entities, like you and the corporation. Then we can state how these rules should be legally applicable all the way down the supply chain. In doing so, I will be investigating the role human rights due diligence can and should be playing in this legal duty. By developing a deeper understanding of how we approach human rights protection and how we can apply that to corporations effectively, we can prevent, for example, child slavery in supply chains that now seem like an ordinary commercial dealing. I will leave you with this. This is not just about chocolate. It might be the case for the clothes you're wearing and even the batteries on your environmentally conscious electric car. Corporations have a profound effect on the way we live, work, and on the sustainability of the earth itself. The stakes are too high. We must hold companies to the same standards of human rights protection as we expect of states. Thank you for your attention.